How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I want to say thank you, everyone, for helping this channel to reach 430 subs. I'm looking forward to the next 440, 450, 460, 470, 500, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, 5 million. Who knows how far this channel can go. But I can't do that unless I have your help. So if you enjoy the content and you like what you see, you can do me a huge favor by subscribing, smashing that like button, and commenting in the comments section below. Let's get right into this video. These things rule. These sneakers rule. If you're an old school guy like me who was a kid in the 80s, man, to see these shoes back up and running again, it's just, I'll be honest with you, I almost didn't go after these shoes. I really sat on it until the very last minute. And I was like, oh, I don't know, because I got so many sneakers at this point that, quite frankly, I don't have any room. I may even sell off a couple sneakers on eBay, because now that these guys dropped, it puts a lot of other Jordans to shame. A lot of you guys and gals know this. The quality of Jordan brand over the years has really been diminished. This, to me, is going to save Jordan brand, in my opinion, or Nike, if they stick to this template. Because in a very close second place are the Nike SBs. These fit me just as well as these fit me. Because when I first tried these on, immediately they felt like the SBs, in my opinion. Because these are cut, from what I understand, as close to the OG as possible from back in 1989. And compared to some of the other Jordans I have in my collection, these by far are the most comfortable. Now, many of you may disagree with that because everybody's foot is different. I wear a size 13 foot. I'm a true to size 13. But some of the other Jordans that I got, for example, like these guys here, they hurt my feet because of the way the toe cap is cut. It's so narrow here that when it comes to my pinky toe, this part is always digging into my pinky toe. I've tried shoe stretchers. I've tried all sorts of suede stuff, and it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, as good as the shoe looks, man, these things kill my pinky toe, and that's not the only one that kills my pinky toe. Even the red cements, I got the red cements right here, as a matter of fact, which everybody was kind of dogging on and harping on. The leather quality on this thing, the tumble leather is okay, but again, because of the way the toe cap is cut, my pinky toes are constantly getting torn to pieces. So it's rare that I wear these. Even though this was starting to show hints that they were going back to the drawing board, getting as close to the OG template as possible, it just, whatever's going on with the toe caps on these particular shoes, they would hurt my pinky toe. Again, I have another example of it right here. With these guys, I'm just grabbing fours at random. And forgive me, these are a little scuffed. I have definitely got to clean these. But again, you got the narrow foot, narrow toe cap, and my pinky toes get demolished because of these shoes. You know, it's a real shame because I got so many Yankees jerseys that I can wear these with, and Germany national team jerseys, that they dig into my pinky toe too much because of the way they're cut. Let me see, what other Jordans? Oh yeah, the notorious Travis Scotts, which I have right here. I can't even wear these. I'm afraid to wear these. I've talked about this on the channel way back when, that these things, they just hurt my feet. Again, it's because of the pinky toe issue, because of the way they're cut. And also, if you even look at these, they get scratched, they get scuffed, they get faded. And these are like a one and done almost. I mean, it's such a shame that, I can't rock these things. So that's why I bought a pair of knockoffs or replicas, because, well, quite frankly, these have now become a statue. I can't wear them. Even a tag is starting to change colors. Look at this. I mean, geez, even a tag is changing colors. I mean, it's a disgrace, over the years with some Jordan releases. I got the Navy Cements, and the Navy Cements come in a close third, by the way, because this is when I think they started to transition a little differently towards the old school style of making these kicks. But again, over time, whatever's going on over here in the toe cap, it's just, man, they just hurt my feet to no end. And then we have this, the stiff back tab. And then all of a sudden, we got the Nike SBs, which to me are a godsend. These things to me were my number one as far as comfort is concerned for the fours, these were my number one most comfortable shoe. But now that these came out and they followed, I'm going to assume, the original template, because when you compare the SBs to these, they're very close. So they must have went back and said, hey, let's get these. And you can even see, look how wide that toe cap is. Look at that toe box. Look at how nice and fat that is. So they don't grind into my toes. And maybe a close third after that, or somewhere in the top 3 or top 4, are the OG 4s, the cement whites, which again, you can see how narrow they are. But with this particular leather, after they break in, they fit me nice and loose. They don't hurt my pinky toe, especially here in this area. They actually fit me quite well. Now, this is the pair that I wear, and I do have a DS pair that I haven't worn that I have on ice right here. And there's the tag, as a matter of fact. So I had to retro bright this because it was a little yellow. I mean, it's still a little bit yellow, but not as bad as what I've seen with other kicks that are out there. But it's starting to show a little yellow. But again, like I said, this is the pair that I got on ice, and here's the pair that I wear. So, but regardless and despite that, let me tell you, the military blue 4s, in my opinion, are by far the best drop I have ever seen come from Jordan Brand or Nike. So I'm going to get into this. I'm going to show you the shoe up close and personal. First off, the thing I've got to say, when I try these on, and look at that nice back tab. I mean, it's not as stiff as previous releases as far as other Jordans are concerned, especially the Jordan Brand with the Jumpman on the back. Look at this curvature. Your foot, the back of your foot, will fit nice and snug back here. I mean, my foot fell in love with this shoe almost instantly. And look at that toe box. Look at this. I mean, oh my God, it's a work of art. It doesn't dig into my toes or anything. These things I've got to say, and don't forget, I come from a perspective of being a size 13 shoe, having a size 13 foot. And that's why I can only criticize sneakers in my size. Everybody's foot is different. Not everybody wears the same size. And I think that's where a lot of sneakerheads are kind of, going a little overboard, not making that clear that this is, a review based on my foot and my experience with the shoe. And the first try on that I did with this thing, by far, it's just as comfortable, if not even more comfortable than the Nike SBs. So, anyway, look at that classic Nike Air on the back. My God, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And the leather on here is nice and smooth. And we got the Widow's Peak right there. We got the Widow's Peak right there. We got this nice soft nubuck. Check out the stars right there on the front of the shoe. We got the Nike on the bottom. Absolute classic look. Not as stiff as some other shoes. Point this out right now. Look at this thing. You could beat somebody over the head with this. And that goes for all my other J's that I got too, which is a real shame. The red cements are like that. The infrareds are like that. I mean, here, same thing. They're stiff. But, man, my top 3, I've got to say, when it comes to retro releases. Now, I wish I had the Breads. I wish I had the Fires, but I don't, unfortunately. But, the white and black cements I don't have. I'm sorry, the white and black. The red, white, and black. I apologize, guys. I'm no good with nicknames. Sneakerheads have kind of like given all these shoes nicknames. But, I don't have the Breads. I don't have the white, red, and black. I forgot what they're called. You guys can say it in a comment section. Again, I'm not a traditional sneakerhead, so oh well, crucify me. What can I say? And then we got the cement 4s, which are right here. So, in my opinion, to me, I think these here, based on what I have and my experiences, these are the 3 best Jordans as far as comfort is concerned, with the OG cement whites being in a 3rd place, very close 3rd place. And the Nike SBs versus the Nike Air military blues, a very, very close 1st and 2nd place. I mean, I can't wait to rock these shoes with a nice pair of blue jeans. These things are just amazing. But anyway, You got that nubuck. It is so nice. You got that awesome mesh, and you can see where they did a lot of retooling on this shoe. My goodness. But this curvature on the back, and it fits the back of your foot so nice. You got the old school Nike Air hang tag on the front, of course. You know, you got the exposed encased air bubble right there, which is also a sign of a classic retro. I mean, man, that leather is so nice and smooth. My God. I mean, we got the nice tongue right there. Classic Jumpman right there on the front of the tongue. You know, we got the Nike Air on the inside there with the blue insole. You know, we got, of course, it's still stuffed with paper because I just tried them on one time and then put the stuffing back in. And then we go to the box, and it's like your typical Nike Air or Flight box, you know, with the classic style. You know, you got your tags and all that stuff right there. And then you open up the box, and this is one thing that's different if you guys happen to pick these up. There's no black paper on the inside. You got this speckled cement-esque paper on the inside. So if that's one thing I wish they did, I wish they brought back the postcards. If you guys remember Jordans from way back when, I think the 1999 Retro 4s did this. They came with a postcard. Some other J's did too. I wish they brought back the postcards. But, well, again, that's just me. So, if these things are just... They are just fire. My goodness. I gotta say, out of all the Jordans, again, like that I've gotten, forgive me for the shaky cam, these things are they're just tanks. They are works of art. They fit me better than any Jordan that I've got next to the SBs and the 2016 Retro 4 white cements. They put my other Jordans to shame as far as comfort is concerned. You know, it's a real shame with kicks like this, you know, that essentially they're just too painful to wear. I mean, literally too painful. I mean, look at the toe box. Even though I have wore these a couple times, look at the toe box on there. And then look at the toe box on these guys. Look how nice and fat that is. My God. And you know what? Just to make sure that there's no bias, I just took the paper out. And look at that. Beautiful. Isn't that amazing? What is there to say at this point that probably hasn't been said about this release? I know certain sneakerheads are highly critical of this drop. I don't know what the big deal is. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's cut weird. That's because if these were based on the old school 1989s, the OGs, that's probably because you're used to this crap. You're used to stuff like this that's uncomfortable and hurts your feet and really made out of cheap quality. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's no comparison. I think sneakerheads, I think that's why everybody's losing their collective minds, because these are just so comfortable. And again, like I said, if they follow the template, this particular template, you take a look at the SBs, they're a very close second. And then again, the 2016 white cements are a very close third. So I hope Nike or Jordan Brand follows up with this. This is just amazing. They really are. So many of you may agree, many of you may disagree, but you know, what a blast from the past to see these shoes come back. You know, especially having some of the 4s that I got, and even some of the 3s. I mean, my collection has grown a little bit, but you know, I'm always partial to the OG colorways. I love the OG sneakers. I love the way they look. And it's a flashback to my childhood. I'm a child of the 80s. I just turned 47 last week. So I grew up when all this stuff came out back in the 80s, you know? And at that point, you know, there's really not much to say. I mean, they're just gorgeous. They are amazing. I love these things. So I know some people are hating on them. Some people are critical of them. That's because all of you are too used to getting junk. I hate to say it. Sorry, Jordan Brand. Sorry, Nike. But, you know, again, I have to point out the 2 kicks that I got that hurt my feet the most. And that's these guys here and these guys here. I don't know what the problem is and what went wrong, why Jordan Brand with the Jumpman on the back is so gnarly And you know, why these shoes have such awful quality, I have no idea. I'm glad that they're finally starting to default to something, at least in my opinion, that's more comfortable. It fits better. The SBs, perfect. The Travis Scotts, unless, you know, you put plastic bags around them, or if you look at them the wrong way, or if you flatulate or something like that, you're going to ruin them things. Yeah, I know a lot of guys are going to say, no, it's not good to buy B grades. Well, when you pay my rent and you have my money, then we can talk. Until then, my money, my stuff, I could do what I want with them. Sorry. But what? You can't wear them. You can't wear them. You wear them outside, they get scuffed, they get scratched, they get ruined, they fade. What's the point? I don't get it. Look at the color difference between the shoe and the tag. I mean, jeez. You can even see the color changing on the shoe, and it's been sitting up on my shelf all this time. Look at this. And it's got the QC issues with the glue all over. But whatever, man. We're not here to, you know, hate on the other shoes. We're here to praise these guys. I have nothing but praise for them. Sneakerheads are going to disagree with me. More power to you. Your opinions are your opinions. My opinions are mine. I think, in my opinion, next to the Nike SBs, that these guys are probably the best release that Jordan Brand has done, at least in my size for my foot. And then in a close third, I wish they would drop the cement white threes in this cut and this cut. But I mean, for me, these, you know, the quality of this shoe versus the previous drop. Remember, guys, when they came out with the Jumpman version of this thing? I forgot what the release date was. Oh my God, what a dishonor that they did. I mean, here I got the navy cement whites right here. So remember that? I mean, I know these aren't the OGs, but they're as close as I got to the ones that had the Jumpman on the back. What a dishonor to the original shoe. I never liked the Jumpman in the back. I never will. I'm old school, man. I'm sorry. I'm a child of the 80s. Nothing beats Nike Air on the back of these shoes. Even with the Nike SB here, with the Tinker Hatfields that I got, the NRGs, seeing Nike Air in the back, perfect. Seeing Nike Air in the back of my OG 5s, perfect. I love seeing that stuff. You know? On any pair, I got the reimagined 3s, Nike Air. Perfect. The 88 3s that came out years ago. Perfect. Even though they're a little wonky. The Justin Timberlakes that I got, perfect, with the Nike Air on the back. Nothing beats old school. A little nod to How To Basic. That's just my opinion, guys. So I know you guys probably were expecting me to hate on these shoes, but again, this is out of my experience wearing my shoes. I am a size 13 foot, and I have no choice but to highly criticize previous releases of fours in all these crazy colorways and stuff like that. Nike really needs, or Jordan Brand really needs, to improve their quality control. If that's the one thing I think most of us can universally agree with, are the QC issues. They got it so right with these guys, and arguably these guys here, to me, as far as I'm concerned, now this is according to the collection that I have. Many of you guys have many more shoes than I got. For the collection I got, first, second, and third place by far, at least with the shoes that I've got. You guys will have different shoes of different sizes, and you guys will have your own rankings. But for me, for the collection that I got, this is where it stands for me, based on my size and the current iteration of the collection that I got. So anyway, before I ramble on here and start repeating myself, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video and watching my content. Again, many of you may disagree with my assessment, but I'm telling you guys, if you're able to get these, this is a thumbs up right here. I would definitely say yes, this is definitely worth tracking down. I'm lucky I got mine early. I can't remember when the official release date is. You guys can always, comment in the comment section below. But for me, I'm happy I got them. Now I just got to make sure that I try to keep them as new as possible, because I will wear these. I'm definitely going to wear these, pretty soon. But, of course, it's time to watch the weather forecast and, keep the Rejuvenator or the sneaker cleaner real close by. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys and gals, take care. God bless. Stay safe until the next video. I am your host, the Carolina Collector. I'll see you soon.